everyone, welcome to a new video. If you're new here, my name is Helen Hobden and this is going to be my walk-in wardrobe slash closet slash dressing room tour. I'm sorry, I know a few of you have been waiting for this. I have been busy tidying it up. It took a little longer than I expected, and yes, this is the tidied up version. If you are looking around YouTube for an immaculate, beautiful dressing room tour, I'm sorry, this might not be the right one for you. I'm sure there are plenty on YouTube that are more suitable, but this is how I am. This room, it's very organised. It might not look it, but this is how I've been organising my room for years, and I thought I would share it with you. So I hope you enjoy looking around, and this is sort of a before because it is well due for a complete declutter. And as you might be able to tell, I am a bit of a hoarder. There are clothes here that are 20 to 30 years old. I'm not very good at getting rid of anything. So I've got a lot here to sort through, and I'll be doing it section by section over the next few months. So if you want to see those, please hit that subscribe button and the bell notification so you get told when those videos are up and ready. I want to start by saying that I know how lucky I am to have a whole room dedicated to my years and years collection of clothes. I think if we didn't have this room, just the whole of our bedroom would be just wardrobe after wardrobe after wardrobe. Oh, speaking of wardrobes, as you can see, I think as you can see, it's not proper furniture. When we moved here, we miscalculated how much equity we'd have to do up the house, so everything we bought was just as cheap as possible or from Freecycle. And these 3 units, I've got 3 units here. They either came from Freecycle, which means that they were completely free. I think this one here was, I think I paid for 2 very cheaply from eBay that happened to be sold locally. And it's those ones you get, I think you can pick them up in IKEA or Argos. They're a very basic pine wooden frame with a cloth cover. I actually really like these. I never use the bits of fabric to cover it up. I really like coming in and just seeing everything. I think if I did have normal wardrobes or some sort of proper built-in furniture, I think I would still do it. So without doors, I like coming in and seeing everything. And this was a really cheap way of doing it, because wardrobes aren't cheap, are they? And if you want to get a whole built-in proper system, it can be quite costly. I think I'm going to turn the light on, make it a little bit brighter in here. So sorry if I get like really harsh. The lighting in here is really bad actually for a dressing room. I want to get like a light in every corner pointing to the middle, because it's at night time it's actually really hard to see properly because you're just constantly just right under the light bulb. You can't quite see it, the light is just here. Right, okay, this is going to be awkward angles as well. I think I will have to put you up on various top corners, so you're going to be looking down on me a bit. Okay, I hope this is going to work. So at this end of the room I've got my skirts, and the way I've organised a lot of my clothes in here is by season. I'm lucky that because I have the room, I don't need to swap things around and move things into the roof when it's out of season. But also I find in this country that would be really hard to do because it's cold a lot of the time. Even in the summer you still wear jumpers, you know. So I am glad that I've got all my clothes to hand. I also like wearing summer dresses with jumpers over the top and leggings underneath in winter as well. So I'll go back, keep moving from side to side trying to get the best angle for you. Okay, skirts. I start with my summer skirts on this side, and then in the middle I've got skirts that are that are either summer or winter. In other words, they look okay with black leggings or grey leggings, but are also alright for bare legs as well. And then on the far end I've got skirts that I would only wear with leggings, such as ones that are a bit shorter, like this one I wouldn't wear this little rah-rah skirt with bare legs. And just thicker fabrics that are winter fabrics, like this corduroy skirt and this sort of thick jersey one and this short circusy skirt one. Having said that, although I've got that in the winter side, I wore that at Glastonbury Festival in June in a muddy year with thick black leggings and boots on. So yeah, like I said, it's good to be able to have all your clothes out at one go. It was originally that this whole wardrobe was skirts, but then my tops started encroaching. So from here on in, I've got my tops, and again I've sorted them not necessarily by season but by sleeve length. So I've got short sleeved, and then I've got long sleeved, and vests that need hanging. Some of them are in the drawers, and this is where they start getting colour coordinated as well. This sort of used to be in a rainbow order, but I don't know why it ended up not really working. But the tops are in a particular colour order, so I can go and find the one I'm looking for straight away if I want to. The way I do the colours goes like this. It goes green, blue, grey, white, then it goes pink. I haven't actually got any pink short ones here. Pink, red, and then it would go purple, black, and then my short sleeve section just stops just here. So obviously these tend to be summer ones, but sometimes I layer up for winter. I can move you around this way a bit. So then I've got my long sleeve tops, and again colour order. They start here with green, blue, white, pink, red, purple, black, and then it goes sort of grey, and then actually we've got some browns after the grey. And this is all my long sleeve tops that need hanging. Yeah, the shirts, I don't have many shirts, but a few. That's that section. And then just next to them, which is also part of the same unit, we've got these shelves. The top shelf is for short sleeve tops and vests. They don't need hanging, they're a bit more casual, and also I put in these two sections tops that I keep for just wearing underneath clothes. Does anyone else do that? In winter I'm obviously wearing a jumper, particularly in this house, all the time. It kind of feels like a waste to wear a really good top underneath. So I do keep a selection of my older jersey tops that doesn't matter if they're a bit bobbly, a bit stained, because no one's going to see them. They're just there to layer off and keep warm. Those items sort of go here and here. These are quite deep shelves. So in the back of here I've got the 3/4 length tops, which are great for spring and autumn, but at this time of year I just want the ones that go right to the wrist. So as it warms up I might swap the front to back sort of thing. I think this is just t-shirts and sleeveless tops here. Now the next two shelves are my festival wear and costume shelves. So we've got things like this dress, which is like a fairy dress or pirate dress, and then I've got the dresses that I made that I wear when I'm doing a festival stall, so as an example of something that I've made. Also got tutus and things like that. Got quite a selection of tutus. And then at the back of this shelf, which I don't go to very much at the moment, but when we moved here I literally spent a year of renovating and decorating, and all I was doing was just putting on old baggy clothes with paint stains. So there is a section behind the tutus of decorating clothes basically. Speaking of renovating and decorating, if you're interested, on my blog I've got pictures of before for this room. This was someone's bedroom previously to us buying this house. We pulled up this old smoke smelling carpets. The walls were green originally, so I've painted the walls, painted the floorboards, obviously got all the furniture in, painted the mirror and the chest of drawers that you'll see in a minute, and I've written blog posts about that so you can see photos of it, how it looked before as well. So if you're interested in the whole journey of this room, please click those links below. Okay, moving on to this corner. So in this corner we've got my dresses. Again, these are divided into seasons. So on the left I've got just winter dresses. They're only suitable, you know, they're much thicker fabric or whatever. In the middle we've got dresses for either that look alright with tights or leggings underneath in winter, and just as good with bare legs in summer. Then summer dresses, and then at the end I've got like party dresses that can just sort of keep out the way, because I don't very often go to parties, but it's nice to have a little selection. And as you can see, this rail is absolutely heaving. We've also got a few like coats and jackets on this end. I seemed to buy quite a lot of dresses last year, so they've been sort of squashed into this section, and it is time to sort through and choose what I'm going to keep and try and get rid of some things. That's going to be difficult. That's definitely going to be difficult. Also in this corner we've got the mirror I mentioned that I painted, which is cleverly angled so you can just about see the back of you in the other mirror the other side, so you can see what your outfit looks like at the back. And then under here I've got a selection of drawers. This is actually from the furniture that was left behind in the bedroom by the previous owners. They had like a whole built-in unit that went around the bed, so I pulled out some of the drawers that were reusable. because I just needed somewhere to keep my bits and bobs. So that's sort of stacked up in the corner, and I am probably looking to replace that with a proper item of furniture. Also, that needs a hell of a sort through and declutter, and that and the windowsill is going to be next on my list. So if you do like a good declutter video, please stick around in the next few weeks because I've got quite a lot to bring you. Okay, I'm going to squat down. This is difficult. Top drawer knickers, biggest knickers on the right, everyday knickers in the middle, little thongs on the left. Then I've got 2 drawers for socks. Up until last year they were squashed into one drawer and I was getting so fed up of it. So I've got this drawer is just for I've got big chunky socks on the left. I keep pairs of socks laying horizontally and odd socks laying vertically on the left. That just makes things a little bit easier in the morning. Next drawer down, trainer socks there, and then I've got a few pairs of tights there. I don't often wear tights, but you know, you always need a couple of pairs of tights at least. And then on the left I've got cycling shorts for wearing in the summer underneath shorter dresses. Next drawer down is bras, and this drawer at the bottom is vests. And as you can see, oh no, you can't, I'm getting out of shot a bit now, but my vest drawer is in definite need of a declutter and sort through. I've got far too many. Again, these are sort of in colour order: black ones, grey ones, purple and blue ones in the middle, pink, white and red on the left. I never wear that many vests. I don't know why I've got so many of them. Now, one thing I really would say while I've got the chance, never buy a chest of drawers unless they've got that gap in the middle, because it's just a nightmare getting in and out of these drawers. I didn't think it would be so important, but it really is. So what I mean is, the top of this drawer is also the bottom of that drawer. In better quality chest of drawers, you've got like a gap, which just means that they don't constantly get stuck on each other. All it takes is one little bra strap and the whole system goes to pieces. On top of this chest of drawers at the moment, this is the very start of my jewellery organisation. I used to use this stand thing in my festival stall for displaying jewellery that I make, but I thought I'd bring it up and use it myself. So that's the sort of start of the jewellery declutter, but that's coming. And then I've just piled up all my bags. That's definitely another declutter video, because I'm not very good at throwing away bags. These are like all the bags I've owned in the last 20-30 years. So next to the chest of drawers I've got this big unit which is all slatted shelves, and this is brilliant. This holds so much stuff. It's a really good piece of furniture. And this is for, I've got a selection of belts hanging off a hook on one side. I definitely need better storage for that. On top here, this is my shelf for round the house clothes. So these are clothes that are damaged in some way or another. I wouldn't wear them out. So for example, this top is great for layering over trousers. It's pretty, it's nice and floaty, but it has this great big rip in here. So again, this could sort of amalgamate with some of the items on that unit, because a lot of it is stuff that's okay to wear underneath a jumper or whatever. And then some of this stuff, just useful to own, but not all that interesting, not really all that me. Like, I've got a plain black hoodie here. Sometimes you just want to throw a plain hoodie on to do the gardening or something, but I wouldn't wear it out really. Things that are bobbly, again, I've got some tops here that I'd just wear underneath a jumper in winter. But I have to say, now I think that book that everyone goes on about, the one about the art of the magic of tidying up, I think in that book she says not to own anything like this, that if it doesn't bring you joy or whatever, then not to have it. But I find some of these things really useful, but I am trying to cut down on having this sort of thing. I'm not renovating the house as much as I used to be, so I don't need such a large collection of old crappy clothes really. So this is definitely one I can declutter through, and that will make a lot more space, which I need. As you can tell, I don't know if you can see from that angle, but this is bulging at the sides. It's pretty full on. So that's that. And again, I've got summer stuff that side, winter stuff that side, thick jumpers. It gets so cold in this house. I have bought some more jumpers this year actually, so I haven't needed some, but you know, sometimes you just need a really thick jumper in this house. They're not all that nice, but I've got them. They're useful. Next layer, we've got jumpers. these aren't in a colour order, but on this side I do have the jumpers that are long enough to wear over trousers. I'm not particularly comfortable with wearing tops that don't cover my bum, so generally these jumpers are all for wearing over a dress or with a skirt. So these are my knits, and then on this side I've got a few hoodies. Sort of ended up just being jumpers I wear more often at the front and jumpers I wear less often at the back. So I've got my Christmas jumper back here, and like the really thick chunky jumpers that I'm not really comfortable with wearing around the house, but say if I was going to Glastonbury Festival and needed a thick woolly jumper to wear in the evening if it wasn't raining, then I've got those jumpers right at the back. Then below there I've got cardigans, got shawls on this side. I do like a shawl. I know it's not really a trendy thing, but I like a shawl, and they're there. Yeah, shawls, normal cardigans. On the left hand side I've got short sleeve cardigans to wear over strappy dresses in the summer if I'm not feeling particularly comfortable in showing my arms. But having just watched Louise Pennon's video from Sprinkle of Glitter, she spoke recently in her vlog about why not show your arms. It's just, what does she call them? I can't remember, like pieces of flesh or something. It's just arms. Who cares if you've got flabby bits under here? It doesn't really matter, does it, at the end of the day? So this summer I'm going to try and just feel less self-conscious about it and just wear strappy dresses. I mean, it's stupid, isn't it? Sweating away in a cardigan in the hot weather just because you don't like your flabby bit there. Who cares, really? So these two shelves are trousers. This pile here is all leggings. Currently I've got long leggings at the front, some shorter, just under the knee leggings are pushed to the back, but I'm wearing those less now. I'm not particularly keen on shorter leggings. They do make my legs look even shorter than they actually are. This section is summer trousers, and this section is shorts and bloomers. I've got a few bloomers as well. Under here it's meant to be tracksuit trousers on the right, jeans in the middle, and winter trousers. I don't own many winter trousers, and to be honest I'm surprised I've got so many jeans because I never wear jeans. Jeggings on the left. So that's how I organise all my clothes. I'll pick up the camera now and show you some more of the details of the room. So on top of this big unit I keep hats and fairy wings and hair garlands, as you do, and the occasional bow and arrow. So that's basically really for fancy dressing up, which I do as often as I can, basically. A pretty bag that was a present from my aunt and uncle, just hanging off the end there. A dressing gown that I've had for God knows how long, hanging off the back of the door. And at the moment I have a coat hanger for all my scarves. Again, that's definitely a declutter video in the making there. That's a fairy dress. That one belonged to Rain, I think. I just thought it was really pretty, and as she didn't want it anymore, it was just too good. It was too nice and pretty just to package up and hide somewhere. I've kept these gloves because my nan knitted them for me when I was little, probably about age 6. They match my school uniform and they still have the same elastic that went through the back of my coat, so I didn't ever lose them. And my daughters wore them because they also went to the same primary school as me with the same colour, so I'm sort of keeping them for sentimental purposes. On top of all the wardrobes we've got a washing up bowl because the roof leaks and that collects the water when it rains hard. Definitely need to get that fixed. We've got a shoe box because I've got a pair of shoes I need to resell on eBay. They didn't fit. They told me it was more like a size 6. It wasn't. They're far too big. They're a size 7. Some coat hangers, a pile of stuff I'm not sure what to do with. This was my christening shawl. I've got my this is my gymnastics leotard, Rain's gymnastics leotard, some other dance wear I kept for the kids, a guide camp dress, a teddy bear costume that I made for Rain when she was in the pantomime, and Jude's old ballet bag. I can't remember what's in that bag. More old dancewear, I think, and this box that can go in the bin now because those boots have long gone. By the way, I was not impressed, but they did not last very well at all, those toggy ones. And then below the clothes we've got winter shoes in this pile, winter shoes and boots. Again, a whole load of dancewear stuff. Definitely need to declutter some of that. And summer shoes, flip-flops and slippers. And then over here we've got this shoe box is like beauty products. This is like hair stuff here. Oh, hello. And nail varnishes, as you can see, bracelets, old jewellery, a very old jewellery box here. Underneath the windowsill we've got a bag of leg warmers and arm warmers, a collection of bags, And as you can see, this is in dire need of a sort out and a declutter video coming soon. Another declutter video, definitely this whole pile in this corner. I have no idea what's even in these bags. Not a clue. And I've just kicked it into the right place. That's my little Lloyd Loom dressing table stool. And inside this is all my night dresses and pyjamas and some stripy tights. Definitely another declutter video coming soon. Let me pull back to give you like a bit more of an overview of the room. So I think that's everything to show you really. Once I've done all the decluttering, which is obviously going to take a few weeks, but once that's done I will start looking at changing up the furniture. Like I said, I want a chest of drawers or something a little bit more stable than this sort of collection of drawers that I've got my bits and pieces in down here. On top of here, when I've sorted out what's up here, you know those like canvas storage cubes you can get? I thought on their sides up there, because that's like wasted space, I thought I could put them like on their sides and put my bags in there possibly. We've also got new bedside tables, so the old cupboard that was next to Chris's side might fit under the windowsill, and I could put some of this beauty stuff that's just sitting in a shoebox in there. That would be a good idea if it fits actually. Well, I think that's everything to say. I hope you enjoyed watching. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button below, and don't forget to open up the description below for the links to the pictures of the room how it was originally, and I'll see you again next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.